He is for those of you who are pilots here who are paying $60 to attend. He's giving you a free $60 video transmitter. He's also provided a lot of the support for us to be able to have some of the prizes we have here. So thank you very much.
Have a big round of applause.
And thanks to AMA for letting him in the building.
Do you have a HDMI? I just heard that there was a timing system show or being presented, so I just thought I'd chime quickly and give you like a really quick view into what we are doing at TDS. It's nowhere near as polished and MultiGP friendly as we want it to be, but the hope is that after this presentation we can get a conversation going to kind of show off what we've got and where it could go. So basically, this is it. It's 3 units. It's the timing system. This here is a Wi-Fi router and just a regular battery. Normally this is enclosed, but for demo purposes I kept it open. So here you can see these are the video receivers. They will receive the signal strength of the drone passing through. And then here you have a processing unit that includes a web server, all of the UI features, race management, and pretty much anything you would want to do with it. So basically we've taken this and put it into like a Windows environment where we can program on it, and it runs as a self-contained unit. So it doesn't really need that laptop. The laptop is just here for presentation. If you want, you can see the URL up top. You can also connect to this Wi-Fi router during the presentation with your mobile phones, and you can then see this screen and manipulate it as you want. I think, Florian, is there a password on the Wi-Fi? No? Okay.
And if you don't understand the words, that's because they're really smart people words. Like lauder.
So
That's smart people words.
basically the idea is that this is not only a race management tool for you guys as chapter organizers, but also for the pilots to see what position am I in, how fast was my last lap, and they can actually check that in real time. They can also see in real time the race that is going on, so that will be this screen. And then you can see here, you actually see my mouse?
Yeah. Started really good.
So this is something that we made here for MultiGP especially because it's a big track, so we wanted to provide 3 times per track rather than just 1 time. So it becomes a whole interactive process where you can see, oh, player 2 is really catching up to player number 1. And
Wait, so just so you all understand, on the championship course, we're not only going to be tracking your time at the start and finish, we'll have checkpoints throughout the course to see who's gaining or falling behind. Should be pretty exciting.
Yeah. So basically, is that on race band?
That's a quadcopter.
Okay, so yeah, like I said, I didn't really prepare for a demo, but basically if a player passes through the gate, this will signal green, so you can follow player number 9. And the next feature, while I was wasting time talking, the tracker actually took the initiative and continued to race. So basically this is a race management that works by itself, autonomously. You just take the box, you put it onto the timing gate, you turn it on, and you would need then to connect it to a speakerphone, and then it will announce who's up next, what pilot is currently racing, and then kind of take all of that hassle away from you, and
So you're
allow
trying
you
to put us out of work.
Sorry?
You're trying to put me out of work.
No, you can still make jokes and stuff.
I'm good at that.
Yeah, exactly. So
Well, it hasn't been fully translated into English, so I need a translator.
Yeah, this.
Oh, I can do that too.
As you can see, it's a prototype system. So my company comes from Switzerland. Florian's company comes from Germany. So we work on a German basis, but translation shouldn't be too hard.
We thought that too.
So this would be the ranking that's updated in real time. And we've run races with up to, I think, 140 pilots or 130 pilots, something like that. Up to 5,000 time scans in a weekend. without a single miss. So it's not only a VTX system that kind of works. I know there's a lot of like the little personal trackers out there. I don't want to name any names, but sometimes they are not as accurate as they could be. So this is a very robust system on the timing side. Basically, the user interface is what we're looking for feedback on. Yeah.
What is it called?
No name.
Top secret
It's
timing
TBS top
You
secret.
can see it's an SRS Simple Tracker right now, but it's not on sale.
Is there
So,
a maximum number of racers that you could put?
at the same time, it's 8 because we have 8 receivers
the
here.
tracking total?
No.
There's not enough.
And a special feature of this system as well, in regards to maximum number, is the maximum amount of people that you can push through in one race. So it's not such a big requirement for the smaller races, but if you have a race like Chris is running here, there's going to be, I think, 140 pilots.
Something like that.
Yeah, and they want to race, right? If they come here and they race only 3 packs, they're going to be really pissed. So we want to get them through as many races as possible, and that's what this system kind of caters to. Because if you are, as the race organizer, you can always blame it on the system. It's like the system has a 5-minute inter-heat time or whatever you want to call it, and if the pilot is not ready at that time, then he just misses out and he can go on in the next round. It was actually like in Germany, the 7th qualifying round, most of the pilots were just, I'm done. I'm done for the day, I'm going to have a beer. And instead, we ran 7 qualifying rounds with 130 pilots in one day.
Brian wasn't there. He would have stopped.
yeah, Brian Morris would be the one candidate that said, oh, no, never mind, I'll do yours as well.
Yeah.
So what are we thinking at time frame? When can we have some people test this?
Can I have that? And does it require the people actually VTX?
No.
Okay.
No,
All right.
sorry, yeah, that's one of the things that I really wanted to
That's
touch
good.
upon.
But is that race band, I guess?
Any frequency you want.
Is there a way to
You-
enter the pilot's name in there? I mean, if you got multiple people on the same frequency, you know, sharing the same frequency.
Well, you wouldn't be because you'd be.
So
You
seeing-
can't, you
For the
can't
next
run on the
race.
same
Oh, for the next
frequency at the
race.
same
Yeah.
time, but you can add as many pilots as you want, and then they will be automatically assigned once per day. That's also one of the things that I really want to stress. We copied that from MultiGP. You arrive with one frequency, and you leave that day in the qualifying day with that frequency. So you never touch your VTX. That also allows us to let you guys choose which VTX you want to run, because we can trust you to do that yesterday night and not in a race high pressure situation. Of course, once you go into the qualifying knockout rounds, people are going to be required to change VTXs, but at that point it's a lot less stressful because you have a lot less people that are fighting for that time.
So do you know how, like, James, let's say James had it there locally, how could his system push the pilot list into yours? Is that sort of how you would envision that working?
That's what I was going to say.
That's basically the conversation, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think for the race tomorrow, they're gonna send me track information.
Okay.
Timing information as it goes through.
Nice.
Pilots go through. So I don't know what the collaboration will be in the future, but it'll be something similar.
Yeah, there was like lap sync support where filling out those, like we know what heats they're gonna be in, we know what channels they're gonna be in. We pull that from a heat on MultiGP and import it just like it does on lap sync, or make it part of lap sync, like
Yeah,
you're
that's what-
using the TBS timing system. And
Yeah, that's what I was
pull
saying.
everything in.
So they're making it so that tomorrow it'll send me the frequency and the time, and then I'll match that up to a pilot. And so that's what the talk is for now. We'll see, what the future brings.
And so tomorrow, just so you guys know, Saturday and Sunday, we're going to be running the infrared system, although we're also running this system. This system seems to be working well. We've run it so far out here. Seems to be working well. We just want to catch every single read. This is going to increase our accuracy. And nobody in the U.S. that I'm aware of has successfully run a video receiving
We haven't
timing
allowed
system.
anybody.
Yeah, so we appreciate it. And as organizers, I mean, one of the hardest parts is not having a timing system, it's having transponders. I know that I think the TrackMate guy said we're their largest customer, and I don't even like bothering with transponders. It's part of the deal. So